Hey, this is Glendon with a big ass announcement. Yeah, it's real big. See, it's real big. Okay, today I have spent the majority of the day answering emails. Yes, I know some of you are going like, oh shit, he finally answered me. And there was this theme. What happened to the boot camp? What happened to the boot camp? What happened to the boot camp? And I went to the link and it's gone. Because like I said, I'm slowly but surely changing the blog. There's a lot of changes happening. So this is what I'm gonna do. This is just strictly gauging interest. If you want to do it, I'll do it. If not, it won't happen. All right, I will do a 4.5 to 5 hour one-day session of the storage auction boot camp. Going over your business plan, how to buy, what to buy, warehouse before store, other sources of inventory, trucks, help, a lot of stuff. And essentially, 1 hour I'll speak, the next hour you can ask questions. The next hour I'll speak, you can ask questions because the questions generate a whole lot of content. Now this is what I'm gonna do since I'm in a really good mood for some reason. I'm gonna charge $500 if I only get 10 people. However, if I get 20, it goes down to 400. If I get 30, it goes down to 300. If it's 40 and above, 250. And if you are a member of the premium group, that would be all of the people who bought the 3-book deal today and back. You're in the member of the premium group, and it'll be half of whatever the final price would be. So what I'm gonna do is, if you want in, just like the video and make a comment. And when I get it all together in the date and everything, and it's gonna be a weekend, it's gonna be a Saturday or a Sunday, and I'm probably gonna start at 9. It's not gonna be at night. I know it's basketball season, finals, and people wanna watch that. And if you wanna sign up but no, you can't make it, I even have something for you. What I will do is splice up the videos, put them online, and you can download them at a later date. Because it will take me, because that's a lot of videos, so it's going to take me a few days to get it edited and everything and upload it. But once I do, bam, you'll get the email. You can download it on your computer, watch it as many freaking times as you want. So that's what I'm going to do. So that's the deal from the beginning. Like this video, leave a comment. If you like it, you leave a comment. When I get it together, then I'll just email you the link, and then the link in the day, and I'll put out, like, if I get. Now the thing is, now if some of you backslide, like if we're like 39 and then it's 5 of you going like 9, 10, we're gonna go back to original price. But it'll all be here, and I'll call people out too. It's like, see, this person changed his mind. But it'll be all here. Like, just leave a comment saying, hey, I want to be part of it, whatever. And once again, 10 people, it's $500. 20 people, it's $400. 30 people, it's $300. 40 and more, it is $250. Be an online session, be one day. If you cannot make it, I will put it up the very next week, and you can download the sessions to have forever and ever and ever. All right, now that's it. Now to the video. I'm in a good mood, so it's time for a little fuckery. The title of this joint is "My Name is Smokey." This isn't like a super expensive unit, and I did not make a lot of money, but I have laughed at this dude for damn near a decade. It was one of the first units I bought, and when you buy units, you get all types of people. You get crazy people, rich people, drug. Well, this guy was he had a weed habit. He had a major weed habit, hence the name Smokey. And I don't know if you do it, but my partner and I, we always nickname units. It was like, this is the stripper, this is the hustler. Well, this was Smokey, and we wouldn't just say Smokey, we'd go like Smokey, because I bought the unit and I opened up one box. Well, I'm getting ahead of myself. Got the unit at Public Storage on Northside Drive, and it wasn't a big unit. It was maybe a 5x10 that was half full, but boxes, military totes, military, duffel bags, totes and stuff. So I knew it was clothing, but being in that area, I'm like, good chance for hip hop stuff, which it was. But the first box I opened up, I was like, whoa, dude smoked weed 24/7, 365. The weed smell was on everything. We washed what we could wash because the stuff was nice. It was like, if you remember, Bathing Ape, that stuff was hot. He had some original Bathing Ape shirts. And just look back around with Bathing Ape. They would put out like a limited edition of a shirt, and then once that shirt was done, that was it. You couldn't get any more unless you bought it used. He had like some of those because he was a music person, like an AR rep or something, so he had access to that. And he had a lot of hip hop gear, Air Force Ones, all kinds of crazy stuff. The unit only cost me $80. I mean, I sold one of the Bathing Ape shirts on eBay for $120, just one shirt. So it was a great unit. But the thing is, it was just like, how much weed could you smoke? Because, give you an example how bad it was with Smokey. You go in the pocket, you find a roach. You go in the jacket pocket, you find a roach. You shake out some books, the roaches come out. And I'm not talking about the brown roaches, I'm talking about the little burnt up black roach. His fingertips must have been like charcoal black as much as he smoked. And I was like, damn, there was roaches everywhere. No, I did not find any weed. I'm sorry for you weed heads. No, there was no weed in this unit, except it was just the remnants of that weed smell. Just everywhere. It was in every jacket. I mean, we did all kinds of stuff, fumigating and stuff, because all his stuff was fly. It was all fly. And when you sell on eBay, you can't send anybody some stuff smelling like weed. Negative feedback, and they may even send the popo after you, because some of those people on eBay are just nuts. But we're going through this stuff, and we finally get a lot of the weed stuff off, the weed smell, and we sell the stuff, and we're selling the stuff, and it's going very, very well. Then I start going through his personal effects, and that's why he had been in and out of substance abuse programs, and none of them took, because it's clear the reason he lost his unit was because he was a pothead. I mean, it was just like looking at his sheets and stuff, and oh my God, he was arrested like for 6-7 times for having weed. I'm like, you lose your job because of weed. You're going to jail several times because of weed, but you keep smoking the weed. What's up with that? I don't partake in 420 or whatever the hell it's called, but for those of you who do, just let me know, what is it about the weed that would make you turn down pussy, lose your job, get arrested several times, yet continue to smoke trees? And he had art, because he had some artistic talent, and he had pictures and stuff, and all the pictures of him were him smoking blunts and trees and exaggerated blunt joints. I mean, I was like, he was in love with weed. I'm like, what is that? What is that? I mean, maybe I'm a square. Well, there's no maybe. I am a square. I'm a nerd. So, the little cool kids, they didn't let me, puff pass. It was just like, get your ass out of here. But inform me, let me know, because I was just looking at the paperwork. His mother was disappointed in him, and he had a nice GPA when he would go to school, so he wasn't stupid. He was just a weed head. Is it true weed makes you forget? Is that true? Because maybe he forgot to make a payment, because there wasn't a huge amount of backstory. He's a dude, so he didn't have a journal. That's why I like chick units. Chicks, a lot of times chicks gonna have journals, or they're gonna have letters or something. He didn't have none of that. He just had a bunch of club passes, a bunch of ticket stubs, and pictures, because he did travel. There was his passport in there, and there was a lot of stamps. It was just like, what is it with that lifestyle that you must be constantly high? And I'm telling you, I wish I had saved the art, because some of that stuff would have made a wicked t-shirt, because he could draw. I mean, some of the stuff was just dope as hell, but I'm just like, wow. I figured it took us, because my partner was really, really smart, because she had came up with all kind of ways and stuff. She said, well, why don't we just, take it to your house, not her house, but my house, take it to your house and hang it up in the basement for a few days to see what happens. And that's another way. Now, the thing is, you need space. You gotta have someone, because it took a long time for that weed smell to get out those jackets. It took a long time, because he was just like a freaking chain smoking weed head. But it was good stuff, Like I said, it only cost me $80. Probably when it was all said and done, it was collectively like $800, $900, which is a good turn. Like I always tell you, you make your money on stuff like that. That's how you make the majority of your money. All this big hit stuff, hey, I spent $1,000, I made 80 grand. It could happen, but you're not gonna consistently make enough money to live or run your business like that. With those kind of hits, you need stuff to feed the animal consistently. So that's the deal with Smokey. I mean, we laughed about him for years. Because like, Because also, Smokey was a hoe. I am forgetting like the best part, because not only have he pictures of, you know, the clubs and stuff, but, you know, weed, music, and hoes, it all goes together. Because there were several pictures of, and I'm comfortable in my manhood to say he was a handsome dude. He was a handsome dude. He was the type of dude that chicks was just like, you know, you about to get this. I mean, he was that type of dude, because there was pictures of him, chicks turn around, his hands on their ass and stuff. Now, I ain't gonna lie, I looked at the pictures because there was some bad chicks. There was some bad chicks, I'm for real. And there was a lot of that stuff, you know, chicks laying on his bed, butt ass naked. He's sitting at the edge of bed, you know, doing what? Smoking weed. I'm like, you see that right there? Why are you smoking the weed? Smoker. And it's that lifestyle. Now, this is where the policy of not naming names has been really good for me, because if you've been with me since 2009, you know, like, I'll talk about these people like they were dogs, but I'm not gonna put their real names out there. I'm not gonna say, because I saw this dude at Atlantic Station, and you know, it would just, if I put his name out there and they got out there, and it would just be so messy, because I saw him, you know, he looked straight that day, you know, it was with some people, but it's just funny. That's the first person whose unit that I bought that I've actually, no, that's not true. That's the second person, because it was the freaking cross-dresser. That was the first one. Yeah, I haven't seen too many people that I bought their unit and saw them in public. Like, I think I saw a few people, but it's kind of rare. Not to mention it's hellified creepy. I really would not want to see anybody. But I knew it was him. He's very distinctive looking. It was him, 100% him. He was with some hoes, so that was still going on. So hopefully he got the weed habit together. And it's just funny. This is that right there. That kind of stuff is what kept me in the game so long, because everyone's like, you do stuff for money, you know, it's about that money. I'm telling you, you don't do things for money. You do the things that money can buy. Like, the money's just a tool, because if you can live the lifestyle you want to live and it didn't require any money, guess what, homie? You wouldn't be working. You'd be like living that lifestyle like, hey, I got special powers or whatever. But, you know, Smokey was funny. Smokey was funny, because I ain't gonna lie, I kept some of the pictures for a while because some of those chicks were that hot. I was just like, damn, is this what music gets you? Was it the music or was it the weed? I don't know. I want you to help me out. I know some of you are my peeps. I know you partake. I know you puff, pack. I know you do. Let me know what it's about the weed. What does it do? Because I have friends, right? You know, back in the day, and I was always the designated driver because I don't really drink a lot. Back in the day, I didn't drink at all. And they would do stuff around me. It's like, oh no, you know, Cam got us. Cam gonna make sure we get back to us. And they like get blunted up. Well, it wasn't even blunt. It was reefer back then, you know, roll up wacky weed. And they like, it's a tree. I don't see what's funny. I'm like, yeah, it's a tree. I don't know if it's an enhanced tree in his drug-induced state. I don't know what it is. But help me out with the weed thing. Let me know. Talk to me, people. Talk to me. Because I'm real curious about this, because apparently this dude's life went to shit because of weed. Seriously. I don't know where he is now. I might, but it had to be the weed. I've never had that kind of smell. I mean, every article of clothing had weed smell. Like, he would just take the smoke and just rub it all over his body and stuff. Just, let's get some under there too, you know? What is it? I want to know. I can ask these questions now. All right, this is Glendon. We're making money with Storage Unit Auctions.